Well, looks like Arsenal have gone ahead to back out of the deal of Eberechi Eze, and they've downplayed their interest in Eberechi Eze. And guess what? I don't think that it will obviously amuse very many Arsenal fans all over the world, but I tell you what, a lot is happening in here onto the side known as Arsenal as far as Eberechi Eze is really concerned. And I want to let you know that we are here to obviously let you know about what we're hearing from what is really happening in here. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Smash the like button, comment and share, and let's spread the love like no other. Now, we are also going to be going a little bit at Man City, as they really have a lot of information as far as their new goalkeeper is really concerned. And we are talking about Donnarumma and also a player known as Ederson in there for you. Today, Man City have gone ahead to play, and they've gone ahead to beat the side of Wolves by 4-0, and the lad has not been with the stitches, meaning that he's really leaving. Ederson, and guess what? Ortega came in through to represent to the fullest in there for you. Now, who brought us this story? It's all about Gary Jacob. And who is Gary Jacob? Gary Jacob, if you never knew him, he is a sports reporter at the Times. You understand? You know, the Times is really one of the reputable media outlets in the world, and is one of their employees there. Arsenal have downplayed their interest in Tottenham Hotspur transfer target Eberechi Eze in the past fortnight. Spurs are now ready to approach Crystal Palace about signing the player. Now, the fact is, Arsenal have downplayed their interest. You know, Arsenal's interest in Eberechi Eze looks like has gone ahead to shrink. And Arsenal are like, we are not going in for Eberechi Eze, and they're not obviously going to be taken for a ride. And maybe you know how Andre Batha really operates, and is like, I'm going at my pace. I'm playing my game. You understand? I'm playing my game, and I know what to do. And we are waiting to see whether Arsenal is going to be coming back for this deal. But it looks like, as it stands, Arsenal have backed out of the transfer of Eberechi Eze, and they're not willing to go into a bidding war with Tottenham Hotspur. And Fabrizio has also told us that Eberechi Eze has informed Crystal Palace earlier this week about his desire to join Tottenham Hotspur. Talks progressing as Eze already said yes to Spurs project, ready to make his move this month. Nothing done yet, but Eze hopes Tottenham Hotspur move as soon as possible. Now, the fact is, the club of Tottenham Hotspur is really doing the due diligence to obviously sign the player known as Eberechi Eze. And he has gone ahead to inform the side of the side of Crystal Palace that he wants to join the club of Tottenham Hotspur. And that means Arsenal hasn't obviously gone ahead to throw any stone in there for you. And it confirms the earlier story of Gary Jacob that they've gone ahead to back out of the deal of Eberechi Eze. And Eberechi Eze will be a man left in total disappointment. That, however much he wants to really go at Arsenal, Arsenal have not gone ahead to come in for him. And that's what transfers are all about. You know, you need to come in for the player to show your interest. And all along, Arsenal had gone ahead to agree personal terms with Eberechi Eze, and they've been talking to his camp. And the agent of Eberechi Eze, in the last video I think I did about Eberechi Eze, came and really told Arsenal that Spurs have gone ahead to obviously show their interest in the player, and we are obviously gonna be kept you abreast of what is obviously gonna be happening in London as you also need the player. So as it stands, we wait and see where Eberechi is going to go, but we are waiting for the bid to go in of Tottenham Hotspur, because Tottenham Hotspur is already in bidding for Savinho, and the first bid was really rejected, and now they're lodging a bid of 70 million euros for a player known as Savinho in there. So we are here to wait and see. We are obviously going to be viewing everything in a clear, more perspective in here onto the Rokani Media Football. But for Eberechi Eze, if Arsenal goes into really back out of this deal as it's being reported, who are those other players that Arsenal is looking at? I told you there are two. There is Malik Fofana, Malik Fofana from Lyon, and there is another player who goes by the names of Rodrigo from Real Madrid. And I've always told you from the word go, even when the list still had Florian Wirtz, Nico Williams, Rodrigo, Malik Fofana, and Eberechi Eze. I always told you, even Alejandro Garnacho, I always told you that the player to watch out is a player called Rodrigo. Amongst all those, Rodrigo is the best player that I think can best come out and represent the exact dream of Arsenal right now. Arsenal's dream is to win a trophy. If Eberechi Eze comes in into Arsenal, he'll be just excited to play at Arsenal. You know, he might really take some time to fit in well, but Rodrigo is a winner. Like he saw how Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus came in through, and only 2 players went ahead to transform the mindset of all Arsenal players in the season of 2022-2023. As the season started, the Arsenal players only wanted to obviously qualify for the Champions League, and the entire hierarchy of the club was there to fight for Champions League positions. Jesus told them, I'm not here to fight for Champions League positions, I'm here to fight for the trophy. And ever since then, Arsenal has been finishing second in the Premier League, and they've always gone ahead to obviously see themselves fighting for the trophy. So I really tell you, that's exactly how a mindset is really important, and that's why Rodrigo is really the best player to come in through and really play at Arsenal. And if you have a striker like Gyökeres, you know, you'll need a player like Rodrigo because he's unselfish, his end product to the game is really great, and he'll obviously release Gyökeres with his number 9 deadly runs that he makes. As you're going to see him make those runs at Old Trafford, that is tomorrow. So guys, that's what I had for you in there for as far as Eberechi Eze is really concerned. The club is really doing all working tooth and nail to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Now, at City, there is something that is going to have to happen. You know, Ederson is truly leaving City. Today, if you watch the game of City playing away at Wolverhampton Wanderers, as City went ahead to trounce Wolverhampton Wanderers by 4-0, Ederson was not in between the stitches, and neither was he on the bench. Let me check here, you know, very well, because I want to be very exact. He was not part of the starting 11, and when you go to the lineups, you know, Ederson was not part of the starting 11. It was Trafford who was in between the stitches, and Ortega was on the bench. What does that mean? They want him out, and the player also wants out. And Pep has always told us that he cannot keep a player who doesn't want to be at City. He'll only keep a player who wants to obviously be at a club of City. Now, exclusive is going to have to be dropped in here. Galatasaray sent first official bid to Man City for Ederson, proposal in the region of 10 million euros, while City asked for higher fee. Gianluigi Donnarumma has already opened doors to Man City move, no issues on personal terms. If Ederson leaves, Donnarumma can join. So, City want more money. They want more money. And it is said that, however much they are putting in close to £8 million, Man City value Ederson between £13 million and £15 million, while there has not yet been formal contact between Galatasaray and City. Meetings have taken place by intermediaries since the start of August. So, City has gone ahead to obviously reject the bid of 10 million euros, and they want like 15 to 16 million euros. That's what they really want. And Galatasaray is like, that's the money your goalkeeper is worth. And City is like, we've already gone ahead to put in our bullets in the chamber, and we are obviously ready to see to it that all goes on well as planned. So that's what you're really having in here onto the Rokani Media Football, as City reject the bid of Galatasaray. And guess what? Even Donnarumma, who has obviously gone ahead to give green light to City, has gone ahead to put in his demands in there. And we've been told by Rob Dawson that Man City target Gianluigi Donnarumma is asking for a salary of around £250,000 a week. And PSG are asking for a transfer fee of £25 million and £35 million. Although there is a feeling the demands could drop the closer it gets to the transfer deadline. Obviously, the demands will drop because Donnarumma's contract at PSG speaks for itself. When you look at Donnarumma and his contract at PSG, it's really running out, you know. And let me go to the player profile and see exactly. I think he's left with just 1 year, you know. He's left with just 1 year on his contract, you understand? And his contract expires on 30th June 2026. And City is like, all right, let's obviously wait and see whether you people won't get us this player, as if you don't really sell him now, he'll leave as a free agent come next year. And for the side of PSG, they might obviously have in a very huge bait that they've gone ahead obviously set for City, because a club of Manchester United also has huge interest in a player known as Donnarumma. If they get the deal of the midfielder done, and City has not obviously gone ahead, obviously get Donnarumma out of the way, United will come and obviously bid for Donnarumma. And PSG is like, that's what we want, a bidding war in between these two. You understand? But I think City has good negotiators. Begiristan and Soriano, I think, will obviously do the job and really get it out of the way. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. It's always nice having you on this channel, and keep it Rokani Media Football as you tell us your thoughts about Arsenal out of the Eberechi Eze race as Spurs closes in to obviously put in a bid for Eberechi Eze. The other story is all about Donnarumma and Ederson. Do you think City will obviously get in Donnarumma eventually at their club? Or we need to obviously wait in a little bit there and see how things really pan out into the mix. Rokani David is my name, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers, guys, and continue to subscribe and see to it that we get in more and more and more of you in here. I'm obviously going to be coming to stream live and tell you how the games of this weekend have gone ahead obviously pan out, and I want to see your views as City destroys Wolves and Spurs has also gone ahead to win. Newcastle has gone ahead to draw.